Welcome back to List Up, the show where we break down the world's most fascinating collections, one bullet point at a time. Tonight, the clocks are ticking, the champagne is chilling, and the entire planet is about to engage in a synchronized state of collective madness. Whether you're wearing a sequined hat or hiding under your covers waiting for the fireworks to stop, New Year's Eve is objectively one of the strangest days on the calendar. List of remarkable things that traditionally happen on New Year's Eve. Today, we're counting down the 8 most remarkable things that traditionally happen on December 31st. Grab your noisemakers, let's dive in. Number 1. The global countdown chain. Think of New Year's Eve not as a single moment, but as a slow-motion tidal wave of parties rolling across the globe. Because of our 24 time zones, the world doesn't just flip into the new year. It stumbles into it over the course of 26 hours. It starts in the Pacific island nation of Kiribati. They're the first to see the light of the new year. While people in American Samoa, only about 1,500 miles away, are still finishing their December 30th breakfast. It's the ultimate geographical flex. By the time the last places on Earth, like Baker Island, finally ring in the new year, the people in Kiribati have already had their first hangover, a nap, and have likely already broken their first 3 resolutions. This 26-hour relay race of 3 to 1 is a logistical masterpiece of human synchronization. Number 2. Fireworks as evil spirit deterrents. We usually think of fireworks as just pretty lights go boom, but for a huge portion of human history, they were much more like spiritual home security. In ancient East Asian traditions, particularly in China, the transition between years was considered a vulnerable time when malevolent spirits and bad luck were most likely to slip through the cracks of time. The legendary beast Nyan was said to be terrified of loud noises and the color red. So, humans did what humans do. They invented gunpowder and started blowing things up to scare the monsters away. Today, we might just be doing it for the Instagram aesthetic. But deep down, we're still collectively screaming at the universe to keep the ghosts away for another 12 months. Nothing says peace and prosperity like a series of controlled atmospheric explosions. Number 3. The Times Square ball drop. If you've ever stopped to think about it, gathered around a TV, watching a giant glowing sphere slide down a pole is weird. But the tradition actually started out of necessity. In 1907, New York City banned fireworks because, funnily enough, raining hot sparks on a crowded city was a fire hazard. The owner of the New York Times, Adolph Ox, needed a spectacle that didn't involve burning the neighborhood down. He commissioned a 700-pound ball made of iron and wood, lit by 125-watt bulbs. It was based on time balls used by sailors to navigate. Over the last century, it's evolved into a 12-foot, 6-ton crystal behemoth powered by 32,000 LEDs. It's a global icon born entirely out of a fire safety regulation. Number 4. New Year's Eve as a legal reset. While we're partying, the lawyers and bureaucrats are working overtime. Midnight on December 31st is the ultimate Cinderella moment for the legal world. This is when the clock runs out on thousands of contracts, leases, and statutes of limitations. Governments often use this moment to enact new tax laws, trigger amnesties, or sunset old regulations. It's the great refresh of the administrative world. If a law is set to expire in 2025, the stroke of midnight is the guillotine. It's also the busiest night of the year for the midnight filing, where people scramble to get documents time-stamped in the outgoing year for tax purposes. It's less auld lang syne and more terms and conditions may apply. Number 5. Rituals of last foods and first foods. What you put in your mouth at midnight is apparently a high-stakes gamble with fate. Many cultures have a last food, something eaten to bid farewell to the old year, and a first food to influence the new one. In Spain, you have the 12 grapes, one for every strike of the clock. If you can't swallow all 12 before the chime ends, you're looking at a year of bad luck, or at the very least, a very soggy shirt. In Italy, it's lentils for wealth, because they look like tiny coins. In Japan, toshikoshi soba or year-crossing noodles are eaten to symbolize longevity. The long noodles represent a long life, but because they are easily broken, they also represent cutting off the bad luck of the past year. Basically, the new year is one giant, cross-cultural dinner party where the menu is dictated by superstition. Number 6. Mass public kissing. Why do we kiss at midnight? It's not just because of the champagne. The tradition likely stems from English and German folklore, which suggested that the first person you encountered or interacted with in the new year would set the tone for your emotional life for the next 365 days. If you kiss someone at midnight, you're effectively locking in affection and companionship. If you stay lonely at the stroke of 12, well, folklore says you might want to get comfortable being alone. This belief became so ingrained that public kissing became a social norm on New Year's Eve, turning city squares into the most romantic or the most awkward places on Earth for exactly 10 seconds. Number 7. Noise, bells, and sirens. Before everyone had an atomic clock in their pocket, people needed a way to know the year had actually changed. Historically, this was the job of the din. Church bells would ring out the old and ring in the new. In port cities, every ship in the harbor would blast its foghorn simultaneously. Factories would blow their steam whistles. It was a cacophony of industrial sound designed to announce the future. Even today, in many cities, you'll hear the local fire station or police precinct briefly hit their sirens at midnight. It's a sonic bridge between what was and what will be, and a very effective way to make sure the neighbors are definitely awake. Number 8. A spike in historical events. There is something about the deadline of December 31st that makes world leaders get impulsive. New Year's Eve is a magnet for massive political shifts. Why? Because it's the ultimate clean slate. On December 31st, 1991, the Soviet Union officially ceased to exist. On December 31st, 1999, Boris Yeltsin famously resigned, handing power to Vladimir Putin. The euro was officially introduced as a legal currency on New Year's Eve. It's the day when empires end, leaders quit, and the world decides to start over on a technicality. It's as if the entire planet looks at the calendar and says, well, we can't take that baggage into January. And there you have it, 8 reasons why New Year's Eve is more than just a party. It's a global ritual of fire, food, and legal deadlines. How do you celebrate? Do you have a specific first food, or are you just there for the noise? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this trip through time, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to list of 4 more deep dives into the worldly and the weird. From all of us here, have a fantastic new year, regardless of which time zone you're in. We'll see you in the next list.